Welcome back to my channel where today we're going to be reading some bad reviews with some comebacks from business owners. So let's get started. Just dive right into it, shall we? We stayed here March 2021. Do not stay here. They are very unprofessional. The cabin we stayed in had the worst ant problem ever. The ants were in our bags, everywhere in the cabin. They destroyed $600 worth of groceries we bought and left in the cabin when we went out for the day. Among other things, the cleaning crew left hair in the shower. The plates that were provided for us were Melamac material. I don't know what that is. What's a Melamac material? Hold on. Something on Amazon. Is that those like plasticky dishes? Or like premium plastic? Why does that matter? Why do you care that the dishes were plastic? At least they were an expensive, nice looking plastic. Like, you're that mad about some plastic dishes? Like, if you didn't have to buy your own, right? Anyway, that's ridiculous. Moving on. And clearly someone had put them in the microwave because they were burned crispy plates. Okay, well, dang. The ceiling in my mom's room had mold spots. There were people there while we stayed, marking spots all around our cabin with little pink flags. So much for privacy in the woods. We constantly had work vehicles parked in front of our cabin as well. I reached out to them asking for a refund. I had to have my vehicle cleaned after the return from our trip because the ants took up residence in all of our stuff. They had one very short and snarky email back with no apology. They then sent me an email quoting a contract stating they will not give a refund because of the pest problems. Again, no apology. The company is very unprofessional and rude. They could care less about their customers. If anyone has any questions about the validity of my bad review, read the reviews of this place on Yelp. So I actually got here because I was reading reviews of this place on Yelp as a place I actually wanted to stay with my family over the holidays. And everyone else's reviews is 4-star and above. So not much help there. Don't think that helps. But they do have pictures. I guess we were lucky to get the cabin with the ant infestation. Yikes. This pic is from the chip that had fallen from lunch. By the end of lunch, this was the amount of ants that had gathered, so you can only imagine how many were in the cabin. Edited, so here you have it, a nasty response from the owner-manager with the same snarky attitude that was sent in the emails, and also your response to any negative review. I have now included a copy of the short, non-apologetic email. Read the rest of the reviews and you will see that this business has horrible customer service and disgusting cabins. Also, liars. Never did I receive any kind of apology or a way to make it right. So, under that, the business owner responds, "Yes, you did write us after you were home to inform us of the ants in your cabin. You also informed us that the chip in your picture had, as you stated, fallen on the floor, and after an hour, this is what it looked like. There was nothing we could have done after the fact. You also never said anything about hair anywhere or any mold. All you stated was ants. And yes, we apologize, and we stated we wish you would have let us know so we could have gotten someone out there. And you're right. The contract does state that there are no refunds. You read the agreement and you agreed to it. So once again, we're sorry about ants in the cabin in the woods." So I'm going to put up the pictures that they posted. And I guess you can make your own assumption or your own thoughts on what you think about this whole thing. Okay, so this I just thought was funny, and so I'm including it. We have a thing on Yelp in their, what is this, Yelp? Whatever, in conversations. "Abortion is supported by Yelp. Delete the app." There are 2 people responding. "Yelp is offering to pay to support abortions. I'm deleting the app." That's totally insane. Yelp, more than half of your subscribers don't support murdering a child inside the womb or outside the womb. But you two were the only two people who've responded or said anything about this. I, first off, haven't seen anything about that, but I'm not going to bother to look it up either because this is just funny for a video. But also, I don't think enough people actually care what Yelp quote unquote supports to leave, especially since Yelp, for the most part, for reviewers anyway, is a free service. Moving on. Okay, here's another one. They don't even deserve 1 star. We met them for a consultation 2 weeks ago, and they never got back to us with estimates. We even tried to call them ourselves to follow up, and they never called us back. This company is useless. Don't ever go to them for your fencing needs. So then the business owner comes back. I wanted to reach out to you and apologize for the experience you had with our team. This is not typical of us, and I can assure you it wouldn't happen again. As it may be too late to reconcile, I wanted you to know that I've used your experience within our customer satisfaction process to be sure we don't make this mistake again. If there is any way to earn your business in the future, please let me know. Thank you. So, I don't know. Am I the only one who feels like maybe they actually never reached out in the first place? Is it just me? Okay. Here we have someone who's upset because the pest control didn't answer the phone. And a very nice response from the business owner of said pest control company. I couldn't get these people to return my phone call, or I'm WTF. They don't have the common decency to return my several phone calls. How many times did you really call? And how spread out were those phone calls? Because were they like within an hour, or were they within days? Because that could definitely change whether or not I have any empathy for this problem. Hi, I'm sorry you had a bad experience calling First Response Pest Control. Although I make every effort to get back to every customer who calls, sometimes a phone call falls through the cracks or a message is garbled. I can assure you I am a decent, hardworking person who cares very much about doing a good job for my customers. We are a very small, family-owned business headquartered in, and we take pride in leaving a good impression. I'm sorry we let you down by not responding promptly when called. Please accept my sincerest apologies. Thanks. I like how he was kind with it, but also was like, look, I do my job. So you're not going to sit here and say that we're terrible because we didn't get back to you in 5 minutes. Okay, this person is totally in the right, but the response to this is kind of funny though. Not right, but funny. As we frequently visited Glasgow, we stayed in various guest houses in the West End. The location of this house was great. It's just off of that road, and thus a great location for a good night out. Apart from the location, there's absolutely no positive remark that we can make about the house. We booked a room for 2 nights and a rate of 75 GBP a night for 2 persons. Upon arrival at the hotel, we did not get welcomed at all, but we were directed straight to the payment terminal by the hotel manager. After we paid for 2 nights, we were directed to the top floor of the hotel, if I recall, room 8. What a dirty and grotty room this was. It looked like he's never cleaned it at all. There's piss stains on the bathroom floor. I kid you not, see the pictures. Holes in the bathroom floor and dirty marks everywhere. Furthermore, although the room was on the main drag, which is the Great Western Road, a small street, the window simply did not shut. You will therefore be kept awake all night by traffic noises. The room did not get cleared at all during our stay, which is not really a surprise, as they don't seem to bother cleaning, and we did not get clean towels. We do not recommend anyone stay here. There are many great hotels surrounding this house that are way better and mostly cheaper. And the response that they decided was a good response was, with only one person to look after the place, what do you expect? Think about what you paid. Which, again, pretty sure the person said some of the places around were cheaper. So I don't know if think about what you paid is the dig that you think it is. So this next one is from a sushi place that mostly does poke bowls now. I've always wanted one of those, but I don't have a place like that near me. So if anyone knows any good sushi restaurants with these bowls in any of the southern states, then throw your recommendations in and let's read this review. We walked inside this place twice. Once when it was a sushi bar, and then again after it pathetically pivoted to meet the poke fad, and it stunk on both visits. The door was too spring-loaded on our return, but we were offered water while we, the only customers, awaited our pickup order, and the food was at least mediocre for the standard $11 plus tax. Chisai bowl, make it over rice, $11. And then they show some pictures. Well, here is the response. I didn't call you, Alexa. Please go away. Thanks so much for your feedback. We certainly value our customers' responses as it helps us take the necessary adjustments to stay a viable business. We have a strict company policy to never engage on Yelp. However, after reading your review, we had an internal conversation and decided to respond. We were taken aback by your use of the word pathetically in your comments and about us pivoting our business model. Since we shifted our focus from sushi rolls to poke bowls, we have been able to generate 6 full-time jobs for members of the community. While that may not sound like a lot to some, we are very proud of the positive impact we've been able to make as small business owners. In fact, when you mention the word pathetically, we can't help but visualize you sitting in front of your computer or your phone, crafting over 7,500 Yelp reviews. We did some quick math, and based on an average review time of 8 minutes, could be conservative, you have spent around 1,000 hours writing reviews that no one but yourself and the small business owners you critique will read. That's nearly 6 months of a full-time, 40 hours per week job, writing reviews that you are not being compensated for or improving to any sort of skill set. Our suggestion to you is that you get away from this dark, dark rabbit hole you've jumped down. Just think about the fact that you spent nearly 6 months adding zero value to your career. Start putting that same effort and focus on a craft or skill set that will get you away from your social networking and start working towards career goals that will bring you happiness and fulfillment. Thank you for your time. Oh my God, that was crazy. Oh, that was wild. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well. Okay, guys. Well, those were Yelp reviews, and they were all Yelp reviews in the end of the day. So, yeah, those were Yelp reviews that had responses. Those were Yelp reviews that had interesting responses from the business owners that they were about. If you enjoyed this, I'm kind of considering doing some more content formatted in this kind of way where I read reviews and stuff like that, and I'll also be recounting some random stories. The next one should be random customer service stories. So yeah, stick around and because that helps the algorithm and stuff. And yeah, can I get those sushi bar recommendations down below? Like seriously, I've never had a poke bowl, and I kind of would really like one. So yeah. All right, that's it. Bye.